really only one chord in Time in a Bottle that's kind of a stinker. And because of that one chord, lots of people avoid this song because they think the song is really hard, but it's really, really not. Let me help you solve that stinker chord, and I'll teach you the whole tune in just a few minutes. For the intro, we're going to center around this D minor chord. Okay, I'll put a chart there for you. There's a tab down there as well. Okay, so hold this D minor chord, and let's play an arpeggio. We're going to go like this. 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3. All right, now, the second chord of the song is the stinker that causes everybody to quit trying to learn this song. But let me see if I can solve it for you. Okay, we do need to reach, unfortunately, our pinky all the way for the 5th string, 4th fret. And we need to do that arpeggio from the 5th string. Okay, that doesn't feel good to anybody, not to me either, trust me, but you can do this. Let me give you a little pointer on that. First and foremost, guys, if your thumb is up here, there's no way to reach your pinky over there. I can't do it either, okay? When you have a difficult chord like this, you need to engage, okay? If you watch me do this. You see how I leaned into the chord, right? Lean in, tip your hand forward. This finger should be lying on the side and reach your pinky all the way for that 5th fret, okay? Just practice doing that. I'm not saying that's easy, but you can do it, right? Everybody learns this. You learn it too. The next chord, we need the 3rd fret of the 5th string. Watch this move, okay? Here's my pinky over here on 4. The ring finger and the pinky are going to trade strings, okay? So that's a point of practice, okay? I'll go back. Just sit there and do this for a few times, okay? Just trade the strings, okay? So we're on our 3rd fret. We'll do our arpeggio, okay? The next chord, we need the 2nd fret. We're just doing a walk down here, middle finger on the 5-2. Keep the D minor as much as you can. Open the 3rd. This is a B flat chord, so we're going to put a 1st finger on the 5th string, 1st fret, keep your pinky where it is, up and down. Let me play that passage for you. So we've got this. Open 4, 4th fret, 3rd fret, 2nd fret, 1st fret. Okay, beautiful part that he wrote there. Okay, now in the next part, the end of the intro, he goes like this. Hold the 5th string right where you were in that last B flat chord. Play those 2 notes together, no arpeggio. Okay, now the 2nd fret of the 2nd string with the open 5. Okay, now reach for this G note down here, 6th string, 3rd fret, and then this B flat note on the 3rd string, 3rd fret. Play those together. I like to use my pinky and my ring for that. All right, come back to your 2nd fret of your 2nd string. Play with the open 5. Now he kind of changes to major here. This is straight from Blackbird. 5th string, 2nd fret, 2nd string, 3rd fret. Slide that up 2 frets to 4 and 5. Okay, and that last beautiful part he plays is like this. 2nd string and 4th string, both on the 8th fret. 6 and 7 on those strings. Okay, and then here, I would bar down on 4 strings on the 5th fret. He hits those 2 strings together, 2 and 4. And he does a little trill like this, all right, which just sounds really nice. He does that in the intro. This is what the intro sounds like. All right, very beautiful part there. For the verses, he pretty much does the same progression in the first part. Okay, so hold your D minor chord. The picking changes though. So the picking becomes like this. You hit the bass note, which is 4, 3, 1 and 2 together, 3, 4, and 3. So it's... Okay. Honestly, guys, if you just do the same arpeggio from the intro, nobody's gonna know. It sounds great, make life easy, but I'll be specific here. All right, let's walk through that. Okay, so we're gonna go... Now, we're going to do our classical thing again, just like we did before. It's no different. Okay, hit 1 and 3 together. 2nd fret of 2. Our G minor. 2. Blackbird. 4 and 5. 8 and 8 on the 4 and 2. 6 and 7. And then bar. No trill this time, just hit that flat. Okay, so that's the first half of the verse. In the second half of the verse, we're going to start on that D minor, but good news, we get to skip the stinker chord. So we're going to go straight like this. All right, now go straight to our 3rd fret chord here, or 3rd fret of the 5th string. Pinky needs to take the place on the 2nd string. Okay, same pattern. Open 4. All right, now this time go straight to our 1st fret on the 5th string. Same thing. Now reach down, keep your pinky where it is, and reach down your middle finger for the 6th string 3rd fret, almost like a G chord. All right, now the 1st fret of the 6th string with the 2nd fret of the 3rd string, keep your pinky where it is. Now back to this G on the 6th string 3rd fret, and keep your pinky where it is, and this time drop the ring finger on the 3rd string 3rd fret. It's a G minor chord. It kind of stops on the 4 there. You can continue the same pattern if you want to. Now we have another classical part here, which is different than the other ones, very easy. 2nd fret of the 2nd string with open 5. All right, now completely Blackbird here. This is actually Blackbird. And then 1, 3, and then he finishes the phrase like this. 2nd fret of the 2nd string, and do a hammer pull to the 3rd fret with an open 5, open 2, and then back to your 2nd fret with a 5. This is what your verse sounds like. I'm going to play it really slow. Maybe you can keep up with me. Okay, let's give it a shot. Ready, go. All right, we're almost done. Now in the chorus, it's so pretty. He changes from D minor to D major and does this beautiful walk down. This one's not as bad as the first one in terms of having a stinker. All right, hold a D major chord this time, okay? We're going to do the same arpeggio as we were doing in the verses. Again, guys, it's totally fine if you go like this. Nobody cares, okay? It's just music. Just enjoy playing, but I'll show it to you the way I think he played it. Okay, ready? So let's do a D chord, 4th string. Okay, now we do need to throw that pinky out to the 5th string, 4th fret, but it's not as bad as the minor chord. Same thing. All right, the next one, we need the 2nd fret of the 5th string. What I do is I keep my D chord like this, and I throw kind of a bar down across the... string, just the D chord itself. All right, now reach down to just this G note on the 6th string 3rd fret. He kind of pauses the arpeggio. You can hold a G chord and do the same pattern. I think technically what it is, he goes kind of a more sparse pattern there. All right, now go to your 2nd fret of the 6th string, 2nd fret of your 3rd string. That's all you need. This is the horse with no name chord, right? For that pattern. Okay, open everything up except hold the 3rd fret of your 2nd string. Play this nice arpeggio, 6, 3, 1, 3, 2, 3. Try to get that one real specific because it's so pretty. All right, and once again we'll finish with a little classical music here. 2nd fret of the 2nd string. Hit your 5th string, open with it, Blackbird. Blackbird, 2 and 3. Okay, up to 4 and 5. And finish it with the open 3rd string. This is what your chorus sounds like. We're finished, guys. Let's just get the outro now. It's so pretty. Do this really small arpeggio here. Just go 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. And then I love this part. Harmonic on the 4th string, 5th fret. 5th string, 4th string. All right, isn't that cool? I love how they thought of that. So it goes like this. and just strum those 3 strings, same chord. I hope you found this video valuable. If you did, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.